Supercharged Donald's Roadster Roundup is a pretty straightforward episode of Mickey Mouse Roadster Racers, and it starts off with them getting their cars ready in the big Roadster Runner, which I have to say I love the design of. I think I've mentioned that before, but I love how it's animated. I just think it's rather awesome seeing the cars all going in and being slotted into the right places. And Donald and Pluto decide to stay behind and watch TV, and Donald wants a snack, and he realizes that the vending machine is empty, so he decides to go and drive to the grocery store. But when he gets into the big Roadster Runner, because of course his car is already in the back of it, ready for going to the competition the next day or later that day, he decides he has to drive the big Roadster Runner, but he doesn't actually know how to do that. He's trying to get the GPS working, and it does surprise me that he doesn't know how to drive to the supermarket or the grocery store from the garage, but nevertheless, he presses the wrong buttons and he's ejecting all of the roadsters. And he only realizes when they're all out of the big Roadster Runner. And as the episode progresses, he has to try and round up the roadsters, as the title suggests, and get everything back in one piece before everybody finds out. And I'm not going to say if that's successful or if he needs help from anybody or anything, but certainly it's an adventure because Donald has to go all over the place. The reason I liked it is because I love the design of the big Roadster Runner. For me, it worked well. I really enjoy how that's animated. I think for young children watching it, there's a sense of heightened anxiety as Donald really tries his best, much to his credit. He tries his best to try and gather everything up because he's obviously in a bit of a predicament. And it's not a bad episode. It's not got the biggest moral or message. Some episodes do, some don't. I get the message here that if you're going to drive, make sure you know how to use the vehicle. Not applicable to very young children, but it's still an interesting episode and not too bad at all. Very well animated, a great adventure, a nice narrative that's well developed. And as a big fan of Donald Duck, I rather like the fact that he was at the centre of it all. Donald's Roadster Roundup, not a bad episode at all.